Good morning, everybody. This is Damon Bond of Bond Realty Group, licensed real estate brokers in the state of Connecticut and New York. Hope everybody is doing well today. Today is November 12th, 2018. It's Monday. It's also happened to be a federal holiday. It's Veterans Day, and I just want to give a quick shout out to all the veterans who sacrificed, their lives. The families of veterans sacrificed their lives. My brother's a veteran, so I'll give a shout out to him most definitely. I hope everybody's doing well. If you have any questions, you can always email me at dbond011@gmail.com. That is dbond011@gmail.com. You can always give me a call, 203-394-8123, 203-394-8123. Welcome to Real Talk. This is where we talk about real estate issues that affects you or someone you know that may affect you, and hopefully try to get you a little empowerment as well. So if everybody's doing well. A lot of people are surprised because they see me on YouTube and Facebook, and I'm so readily accessible. They surprised. So, you give out your number as my business number, and they're very, very, very surprised. So yes, this is real. This is me. So when you call my number, call the office, you'll be getting me. Yeah, like I said, the whole purpose of this is just to disseminate information to the masses. It's amazing because we do have faucets, mediums like YouTube and Facebook and other things, and so much good can be used of it. But unfortunately, a lot of times it's nonsense and ratchetness, excuse the colloquialism, but you know what I'm saying. So this is my small way of contributing to something positive that could benefit people's lives and gives them information, because we have all the information out there, but it's not utilized in the correct way, then what purpose does it serve? All right, brothers and sisters out there. Today, the title of this is Investing in Your Hood, and of course, I mean your neighborhood. And what's interesting is this. I've been seeing what's been happening. I've been seeing what's happening up here in southwestern Connecticut, right across the New York line. I've seen what happened to Stamford, and I've seen how Stamford is, I don't want to say gentrify in terms of Stamford, but it's certainly getting a lot trendy. Rents are getting expensive because you have the Metro North Station right there. Is one stop away from, from 125th Street in Harlem from New York City. A lot of people liking, that. I've seen how a number of black folks were pushed out of that, and I could go to a whole nother video behind that, but I'm going to say I've seen what's happening in Stamford. The black population of Stamford has decreased, not by necessarily choice, because they've been pushed out. If you go to Stamford today, you'd swear that, black folks never lived here. Now, mind you, at the height of, Stamford's heyday, if you want to call that, the black population was roughly 25%. Today, that number's been reduced to 13%, and we've seen other groups on the rise in Stamford. Norwalk, same thing. I've been dismayed. Not dismayed, that's just too strong of a word, but certainly I've seen what's been happening in Norwalk, right? Particularly in South Norwalk. That's where all black folks used to be, in South Norwalk, but they're being pushed out of South Norwalk. You go there now, you see, a lot of Hispanics have moved in, certainly, because, the day laborers are trying to do their thing. There's a mall that's being built right there, off exit 1516 in South Norwalk. So you see these trends that's happening now. So they're doing a lot of development. They're closing down the projects, which may or may not be a bad thing. Once again, a different video. So I'm just showing you all these things over here. New Haven's always been kind of funny, because you always have that area by Yale, where the professors and the students are and what have you, and then you have the rest of New Haven. So I'm seeing these things. Even in a couple weeks ago, last few weeks ago, I was in Harlem, and I lived in Harlem in the early -- and I've just seen how it's still an ongoing process, but just things are so different. The box, retailers, big box stores and whatnot. So here's the point, right? You get what I'm saying. And here's the point of this. The point is invest in your hood, because a lot of times as black folks, and this is addressed to black folks, we want other people to come in and fix our hood up for us, right? It starts with us. We need to be willing and able to see the value in our neighborhoods, all right? Or in our communities, I should say, because as Dr. Claude Anderson said, there's a difference between neighborhoods and communities, all right? A neighborhood is where you eat and sleep, and then you go, 9 to 5 and come back to your crib, so to speak, 9 to 5, right? Community is where there's a sense of purpose, a sense of pride, a sense of well-being for everybody in there. And other groups have communities, The Asians have the communities, the Arabs have the communities, the Hispanics have their communities. So we ourselves need to get into that mindset. We used to have communities, but we fell away from that. And it's possible. Now, here's the thing, right? We get as black folk, we get mad, we complain and so forth when other groups come in and push us out, right? Because if you go to the black neighborhoods, right? The Arabs are selling liquor stores, the Koreans and Chinese, whatever it is, have the dry cleaners, all right? The Indians have the gas stations and, some of the other places, the Hispanics have the bodegas, right? Your ethnic whites have their thing going on there. So everybody has a piece of the pie except for us. We should have that piece of the pie, all right? And we do have money. All right. Real estate in our community traditionally is a lot cheaper, and there's a whole psychological component to that. All right. But other people see the value. Now, here's the thing. When these people come in, they pool their resources together. They don't necessarily live in the black, neighborhood, but they certainly go there and make money off of black folks. And they see the viability of that. So that should say something right there. We do have money, because stop saying we don't have money. No, we don't have wealth. Okay. We don't have wealth like that, but we certainly do have money from everything we spend, everything we do. We do have money. Let's look at Queens, right? Queens County, right? Queens, borough of New York City. A lot of people tend to forget, and like I said, we go into numbers, but Queens is the only county in the United States where the black median household income is comparable, is actually surpasses whites, actually, all right, on average. So we have the money there. You go to Southeast Queens, right? You go to Jamaica and Springfield Gardens and Laurelton and St. Albans and Hollis, Queens Village and Cambria Heights, and I'm sure there's some areas I'm missing, right? But there is certainly some things there. So we need to pool our resources, invest in our own hood. We need to see the value in our hood. Because as I said, and it didn't go through, talking about gentrification and how it's pushing us out, don't wait till it's too late, because a lot of times as black folks, we want to go somewhere else and invest, right? So, for example, we don't want to invest in Brooklyn. We don't want to invest in Bed-Stuy. Now it's too late. Bed-Stuy is getting gentrified as we speak now, right? We look out to Long Island. We look out to Suffolk County. We look out to Northern Jersey, right? Same thing, up here in, Connecticut, right? We don't want to invest in Bridgeport. All right, we want to go to places like Fairfield and Trumbull, where it's high and people are not going to support you anyway necessarily. So this is what we do. We look to other places instead of looking in our own hood. So it's imperative that we start doing this, to come together as a community for the benefit of black economics and black empowerment. That's what I'm talking about over here. And like I said, we just pull our resources together. And this is what we could do, all right? So if you're tired of being disrespected, once again, the Starbucks, these other national chains, what have you, right? Then go on it, open up a coffee shop, all right? You can open up a coffee shop. Black folks like drinking coffee. We sure enough love donuts and things like that. We love breakfast items. It's something we could do, all right? We like spending our money, at the liquor store. I'm not encouraging drinking, by the way. I'm just saying, but we certainly can do that as well. Pool money, buy a liquor store. It's not difficult to do. These are the things that we can do as ourselves to improve ourselves in terms of black economic empowerment, black economic development, and just to look into ourselves. So, like I said, this is what every other group has done, all right, except for us. We have not done it. We're trying to get into the larger dominant society without focusing within our own particular. Other groups have done that. Other groups have stayed with themselves first, then they branch out, but they make sure they bring it back home. And that's what we need to start doing. So invest in your hood. It's vital. It is important for black economic survival. And like I said, I practice what I preach. I certainly do invest in black economics. So that's the important thing to remember. Because I'm looking right here in Bridgeport, where my office is located, right here in downtown Bridgeport. Right now, Bridgeport, Connecticut is going through some changes. Bridgeport is probably the cheapest place for real estate investing right now. Houses are cheaper, the taxes are high, and there's a whole slew of reasons behind that. Once again, that's a whole another thing, video. All right, but taxes are high. And so right now they already approved, the state, the city, everybody's approved for this MGM casino coming up. And there's a speculation that jobs will come in and what have you. They already opened up, what's that, Bass Pro Bass, always get the two mixed up, but that came over here. So things are certainly starting to develop in the east side of Bridgeport, which traditionally has always been the less desirable part of the city, but things are going on. So all these people, these black folks, they're trying to move out to different places, right? You may get your wish, okay? Not through want, but because you're forced to. All right, and I've seen things that happen. This past summer or some before that, I was down in Atlanta, and I was in the old Fourth Ward, and people talk about how the old Fourth Ward, was black and everything like this, and it was kind of a scuzzy place. And I've seen what happened. They got high rises up there, they got condos up there. It's beautiful now. They buying these little small, little bungalows, and these things are selling for $400,000 or $500,000. Who said the South was cheap? That's a lie. I mean, don't get me wrong, the cost of living in general, but you get what I'm saying, though. And I've seen the old Fourth Ward. And so, across America, I naturally focus on this, the bi-state area, New York and Connecticut, because that's where I'm licensed to practice real estate. But I've traveled. I've seen Atlanta. I've seen how Atlanta's gentrifying in some places, right? Baltimore is not there yet. They gentrified the harbor area, but certainly you can see what's, they haven't got other areas of Baltimore, but places in Baltimore are dirt cheap. I've seen this. And it's not just good enough to have money. Because let me use the example of Prince George's County in Maryland. Prince George's County is supposed to be the wealthiest county in the United States, black county in the United States, excuse me. But yet, these are civil servants, good, good stable jobs. But yet there's nothing going on. So it's more than just, being in the black middle class. It's more than just, having a secure job. It's also about actively investing in your community. And you can do these things over here. So that's my spiel for today, okay? Black economic empowerment and development is important for us as viable as a community. And certainly it's what we can do. Invest in your hood. Invest in your hood. So I hope this was helpful to you. Give you some ideas. So if you have any questions, you can always email me at dbond011@gmail.com. That is dbond011@gmail.com. You can always give me a call or text 203-394-8123, 203-394-8123. And I hope this was very helpful to you. So this is Damon Bond signing off of Bond Realty Group, licensed real estate broker in the states of Connecticut and New York. Be safe, be warm, and be merry. Have a wonderful morning and rest of the day. Good day.